Good morning, OroNaz. It's Pastor Julie here, and I have the privilege of bringing you the refresh video this week. So we're in a series talking about one another, and I want to share this little story with you. One of these ideas of one another is to bear one another's burdens, to be connected in an intimate way with others, where humility is kind of at the core of that relationship. So much so that it's not very difficult for you to admit when you're wrong. It's not hard to apologize when you've hurt somebody that you love. And so I want to share this story. So I have my best friend now who's become like family. And when we first met, we were teaching side by side. Our classrooms were next to each other. I just met her. I'd only known her maybe a month and a half to 2 months. We were talking one day after school, just kind of outside our classrooms. And she was sharing with me her love for fishing, and how she grew up on an island in Honduras, and she'd fished her whole life, and it was something she loved to do. And as she was sharing this, she was kind of inviting me to participate with her and to join her in one of these fishing trips at a river. It'd be great, bring the kids and we'll go ahead and have this time and fish together. And her heart was wanting to invite me in and to build this relationship. And we had a lot of things in common, and it seemed good to do that. But my response to her was anything but helpful. It was anything but kind. As she's asking me, "Hey, Porta, would you like to come fishing? It would be so much fun." My response to her was this: like, I have time for that. Now, she quickly just kept moving with the conversation because my response was, well, it wasn't kind, it wasn't helpful, it wasn't adding to the relationship. And so that night, I was just so convicted. My quiet time with the Lord, I was replaying how much she wanted to bring me in, and she wanted to build this relationship, and there was this thing that we could do together and with our kids, and it would be good. And my response was selfish. I was busy, and I had a lot on my plate, but I didn't need to respond like that. And the Lord really convicted me. So the next morning when I went to school, I went into her classroom and I said, "Hey, I need to apologize to you. I need you to know that my response to you, it wasn't God honoring. And yeah, I am busy, but there was a better way to say that. And I would love to join you on one of your fishing trips down at the river with our kids." Well, that was the first of many trips that her and I have taken. And to this day, we're more like family than friends. So I want to read the scripture to you because I believe it highlights this one another. Part of bearing one another's burdens really is, again, in humility, being able to say, "I was wrong, I messed up. My tone was not kind. It wasn't honoring to God. There was a better way to respond to you." Listen to this out of the book of Philippians at chapter 2. It says, "Therefore, if you have any encouragement from being united with Christ, if any comfort in his love, if any common sharing in the Spirit, if any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and in mind. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interests of others." So I challenge you this week, being united with Christ. Can you share the love of Jesus to somebody around you? Would you be sensitive to the Spirit? Can you ensure that you are being of one mind with Christ as you interact with people, doing nothing out of selfish ambition, valuing others above yourself? It was that spirit that convicted me, that allowed me to go in and to apologize to my friend. And I do believe that it was in that moment the Spirit was made complete in me. That joy was made complete. And we've been able to experience years and years and years of deep friendship and joy in the Lord. And it's a gift from God, I know. And so I encourage you this week, be on the look for ways in which you can offer yourselves to others in humility with the same Spirit that Christ has. It's in you. His Spirit is in you. And so extend that to others this week. That's the challenge. Blessings to you this week.